New tonight, we're hearing from the West Michigan family who was on this small plane when it had to make an emergency landing on, of all places, frozen Lake Huron.
It happened yesterday morning, and tonight they sat down with 24-hour News 8's Danny Carlson, who joins us live in studio.
Yeah, an amazing story, Brian and Marley. We got a chance to talk to Lee Bourne today with her kids right there. They are back home safely in Kalamazoo tonight. Lee says, all things considered, the emergency landing went well. She even praised the pilot for how he handled the situation. But before I could even finish the question, Bourne says there's no way she'll ever go on a small plane like that one again.
What time of day was this, roughly?
Lee Bourne's 3 kids, even today, don't really realize what happened on Lake Huron yesterday morning.
They were fine. They were completely oblivious to what was going on. He was sleeping. He slept through the entire thing, and even until we got back to my parents' cottage.
This one's Pinkie Pie.
Her older two focusing more today on flying ponies than flying planes. And baby Elijah?
We'll put that one in the baby book. You know, 5 months old.
But Mom remembers and feels grateful to be alive, especially when she thinks about what could have happened.
You just can't think about that. There could have been a lot of bad endings.
But yesterday morning during the emergency, she had none of that fear.
You just kind of take it in, and you're just like, this is happening.
Because that's all you really can do, Bourne says, when the small plane carrying you, your husband, and 3 kids stalls over Lake Huron.
I heard the engine started kind of rev down, and everything was kind of quiet for a second. I was like, oh, I don't quite remember that happening before.
And before everyone on board knew what was happening, the plane had landed on the lake.
And it was just as perfect landing as you could have had on a runway.
About 2 miles away from the closest solid ground, sitting inside of the plane until snowmobilers came to their rescue.
You wouldn't know it was a lake. You know, you look at the pictures, you're like, oh, you're in the middle of the field. They're like, no, that's Lake Huron, you know. It's just white.
And Bourne says the first snowmobiler to go to the scene was actually her dad, who made the trip immediately from Mackinac Island as soon as he heard. And Bourne says she might have been a little bit more nervous about the landing if she had seen any open water under the solid ice. And also, a lot of people are thinking about it. Yes, she says it was very cold out there.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah.
They are lucky.
Big time. Time of the year had a lot to play with that, too. And do they know what happened with the airplane?
No, the investigation's still underway. She says, you know, she obviously doesn't know what happened. She's just thanking her lucky stars that the ice on the lake was frozen solid, and she said it was solid enough to hold a 3,000-pound plane.
Wow. Lucky. All right. Thank you, Danny.